Hello, hello. Welcome to your practice today with me, Alicia Dugar-Stevenson. I am so honored to share this work that has transformed my entire life. So here is your journal prompt for today. If you are watching the recording, go ahead and pause the video so you have 2 to 5 minutes to work on your journal prompt. Today, we're working on letting go. So energetically, I am uncomfortable carrying blank. It affects my life blank. When I release it, I will blank. All right, so hopefully you grab that. Nuri, I see you just hopped in. Go ahead and grab that journal prompt. If you don't have time to do it now, that's fine. I'll give you additional time at the end. So our intention today is to identify those stuck areas, those stuck energies that show up in our body. You will need 1 strap and 2 blocks today. Go ahead and come to seated on your mat. And again, I will be not using mic today because last time it didn't really work that well. So we just gonna wing it. So let me know if at any time y'all can't hear me. All right, come to seated on your mat with your left leg out, long in a half straddle, and your right leg bent in a half butterfly. We're gonna do something slightly different today, and I do have on big pants, so I'll do my best to make it so you can see where my legs are. Take your right leg and actually move your foot just a smidgen, maybe like 6 to 9 inches away from your crotch. And I know we don't carry rulers and have them handy. So about a hand length and a half away from your crotch, your right foot. All right, so right knee bent about a hand and a half away from your body, left leg out extended. Activate your toes, spread them wide. Then inhale, lengthen up through your sternum. Exhale, fold over your right shin and bring your hands down to the floor, wherever it's comfortable. Here, your foot can turn inward. Your left foot can turn inward. Sigh something out of your mouth. Inhale, come back upright. Bring your left toes back upright. Lift your chest up. Exhale, sigh out, fold forward. So we're folding over your right shin. Inhale, sit up tall through your sternum. Bring your left butt cheek back to the floor. Spread your toes. Exhale, fold over your right shin, sigh out. 2 more. Inhale, come back upright. Exhale, fold forward, sigh out. Inhale, come back upright. Last one. Exhale, fold. This time we'll stay here for a while. You can bring your forearms down to the floor. And our goal is to really activate and open your right hip. So notice what you feel in this area. Deepen your breath so much that you could imagine you could bring and send your breath down into your right hip. Spread your toes. Walk your hands back towards your body. Come upright to seated for hip tractioning. Take your right hand, reach it out in front of you. Wiggle your fingers, say hello, right hand. Hello, right hand. Sometimes energetically, we have taken on the need to be so serious. Like over the years, we just stopped. We started less and less being silly or less and less acknowledging the playful parts of ourselves. So I just really like to acknowledge our hands. So take a deep breath in. Wiggle your fingers, say hello, right fingers. Hello, right fingers. Take your right fingers and bring the heel of your palm towards your hip, your fingers to face your right knee. So your elbow will be in towards your body because your fingers will be facing your knee. From here, take your left hand and put it on your shin, your toes, your knee, your thigh, whatever is accessible so you can feel stability with your left side. Inhale, lift your chest, lift your ribs away from your pelvic bowl. Exhale, press your right hand into your right thigh. Spread open through your toes. We'll stay here for a deep breath in, a few deep breaths. Exhale, press your hand away from your thigh. So you're literally lengthening your thigh away from your hip joint. Keep pressing gently. Stay here for 2 more breaths. Soften your mouth. Every exhale, press your thigh away from your hip. So until you feel something. Last one, make it a big sigh. Release your right hand for a side bend. Take your right hand up and over to the side. From here, you've already tractioned your right hip, so you might be feeling something in your right hip, maybe your low back. Lengthen over a little more, Nuri, over to the left leg. Yeah, like that. And Raya, I can't really see your video, it's kind of dark, so just know that if I can't see you, I can't give you feedback. Take a deep breath into your right side. Exhale, stay here and roll your right armpit up to the sky. Take a deep breath in, lower your left ear or chin down. Big sigh, exhale. Release. Use your top arm up and over to help you sit upright. Take your right arm and bring it underneath your right thigh. Gingerly lift your knee up like you're closing a very precious and sacred book. Janu Shirsasana. Grab your strap and bring your body so you're into a staff pose, a half staff with your left leg, so left leg stay straight. Now your hips are facing towards the short edge of your mat and your right knee is up, right foot on the floor. From here, take your strap. And if you don't have a strap, you can hold onto your pants leg, so it's totally fine. Take your strap around the ball of your foot or the upper part of the sole of your foot. And bring your hands so that your elbows can point down to the floor. So adjust so that your elbows point down towards your legs. Inhale, lift your chest up. Exhale, spread your toes. Inhale, lift your ribs up. Chin up. Exhale, keep your chin lifted. Bend your elbows, fold slightly towards your toes. Stay here. Adjust your hands if you need to, so that you're not death grip, just lightly holding the strap. Inhale, reach your chest towards your toes. Exhale, tilt your chest forward. Keep your chin out. If your hands connect to your foot, still use the strap if you have one. One more deep breath in. Hug your right knee into body. So your hip is working. Hug your right knee in more, Ryan. Yeah, like that. No, you can press it on the outside of your arm. Just press your leg into your arm. Inhale, spread toes, chest up. Exhale, bend your elbows, lean towards your left foot. Reach, chest forward. Release. I don't know about you, but my right leg is feeling so. Yeah, you too? Okay. Other side. Extend your right leg out in half straddle. Bring your left foot in a half butterfly. Here, take your foot forward, so that you have about a hand distance and a half. All right. From here, inhale, lift your chest up. Exhale, fold over your shin and sigh something out. Inhale, come upright. Remember, we're all about letting go of what you don't need. Big sigh, fold forward. Oh yeah, I hear it. Inhale, lift up, chest up. Exhale, sigh out, fold forward. Inhale, come upright, spread your toes. Exhale, fold forward, let something go. Two more. Inhale, chest up. Exhale, fold. Last one. Inhale, lower your right butt cheek to touch the floor. Exhale, fold down. Bring your forearms to the mat, or you can lower your forehead down. Stay here for 2 sighs. Soften your mouth. Release by walking your hands back towards your body. For hip tractioning, before we get there, reach your left hand out in front. So much of our culture growing up can be very critical. It's like, oh, well, I got this hair out of place and I got this one thing. Instead of noticing anything negative about your hand, find something positive about your hand. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, say hello, left hand. Hello, left fingers. Greet your hand and take your fingers, bring them to point toward your knee. Press your hand to your thigh. And as a challenge, the closer you can get the heel of your palm to your hip crease, the more you have access to traction in this joint. So closer to the hip crease as possible, and then hug your elbow into your body. So yes, Raya, point your fingers towards your knee, elbow to your body. Yeah, like that. Bring your right arm to your shin or your toes to act as a support. Inhale, lengthen your chest away from your belly button. Lift it up. Exhale, press your left hand into your thigh, traction your thigh away from your hip. Here, you can keep the big sigh, audible breath out of your mouth, or sigh out of your nose. Take a deep breath in. Big sigh out. Press your thigh away from your hip. Ooh, I feel this in my low back. Notice where you get to release, where you get to move this energy. 2 more big sighs, make them enjoyable. Keep tractioning in your hip. Last breath, make it big. Unclasp your hip tractioning and take your left arm up and over, side bend. Really feel for elongation on your left side, especially if you are tight in your low back. Inhale, lift your rib cage up and over to the right. Exhale, roll your left shoulder up to the sky. Yeah, like that. Take 3 more breaths here. You choose if it's a sigh out of your mouth or out of your nose. Nuri, lengthen your arm a little bit more over to the right side, your top arm. Yeah. Ooh. Release that. Use your top arm, reach it up and over to help you come upright. Janu Shirsasana. Bring your legs out in front of you. And take your left hand to gingerly lift your left knee upright to face the sky. Extend out through your right heel, grab your strap, bring it around the sole of your foot. Hug your elbows in and down. Spread your toes. Inhale, lift your rib cage. Exhale, bend your elbows, lengthen your chin up and forward. Inhale, lift your chin up, chest up. Exhale, lean forward. 2 more. Inhale, chin forward, lift your chin higher, Nuri. Yeah, then exhale, lean forward through your chin, like you're pressing your throat forward. One more time, Raya, lift up through your chest. Then lean forward, lean, lean. Yes, yes, yes. Release. All right. I am going to demonstrate the abs that we're doing next. If you don't have a block, it's okay. You can do this without a block. I did without a block earlier today, and let's just say you're still gonna feel it. All right, so you'll have your block between your thighs. And what we'll do is we'll play with activating feet. If you're like one of those people you like to take it up a notch, you can do 2 blocks. So you'll have one between your thighs, like so, and one between your feet. So it just depends on how much you like to feel it. I like to be an overachiever sometimes. All right, so here we're going to take your legs to the left. Take your legs to the right. So you're doing 2 things. You're unlocking in your low back, but you're also activating your abdomen. All right, lay down on your back, grab your block, 1 block between your thighs so that it's midway between your crotch and knees. 1 block between your feet. And just as a tip, the block between your thighs, make it narrow on the narrow side, and the block between your feet, make it the medium width. All right, from here, spread your toes, squeeze your blocks. Take a deep breath in and press your palms down in an upside down V shape. And you can choose how wide you want your V. This is your support. This is your foundational base. From here, inhale, squeeze your block, curl your tailbone up to the sky. Exhale, lower your tailbone down, take your legs over to the right. So that your left butt cheek comes off of the mat or lifts up. Stay over to the right. Take a deep breath in, squeeze your block. Exhale, come back into center and bring it all the way to the left. Stay on the left side, so your right butt cheek is off of the floor. Spread your toes, squeeze your block, take a deep breath in. Exhale, come back into center. Stay center, spread your toes. Inhale, squeeze your block. Stay here, hold your breath, and lift your tailbone up off of the mat. Exhale, lower your tailbone, take your feet over to the right. Hold it here. So your left butt cheek is off of the mat. Inhale, spread your toes. Exhale, take it over to the left. Stay left. Spread your toes, take a deep breath in. Exhale, squeeze your blocks, come back into center. Woohoo! That was 2. We got this. Take a deep breath, squeeze your block. Hold your breath. Lift your tailbone straight up, your heels straight up. Exhale, lower your tailbone, lean over to the right. Go all the way so your left butt cheek is off of the mat. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, take your blocks and feet over to the left. Right butt cheek off the mat. Stay here, spread your toes, take a deep breath. Exhale, come back into center, squeeze your block. Inhale, spread your toes. Hold your breath at the top. Squeeze your block, curl tailbone up. Exhale, lower your tailbone, take your legs over to the right. Stay here for your inhale, spread your toes wide. Exhale, left side. Squeeze your blocks. Stay here for your inhale. Exhale, come back into center. Release your legs down. Bridge pose. Bring your heels in so you can graze your fingers to your heels. Take a block, bring it between your thighs. Squeeze your block so that your tailbone starts to point towards your knees. Inhale, lift your hips up. Exhale, press your tailbone towards your knees. Soften your mouth. Inhale, press down into your heels to lift your chest higher. Stay here for 2 more inhales. Squeeze your block. Exhale, stay. Soften your mouth. Last one. Inhale, lift up high. Squeeze block. Exhale, lower your upper back first, then your middle back, and gently set your low back to the floor. Hug your knees into your chest. And roll all the way up to downward facing dog. In downward facing dog, bend your knees left and right. Downward facing dog, some people call it an upside down V, but it's more like a wedge. So shift your chest back towards your legs as much as you possibly can. This is a hip and a heart opening pose. So see if you can feel opening in your armpits, in your shoulders, as you press your chest closer to your legs. Stretch your toes out. 2 more deep breaths to bend your knees, left and right. Inhale, lift your heels up. Exhale, make your heels heavy. Inhale, heels up, tippy toes. Exhale, tippy toe your feet to the top of your mat. Press your hands into your shins for a half fold. Reach your chest forward, inhale. Exhale, stay and shift your weight towards your toes. So you want to bring your hips over your heels. Yes, Fatima, great form. Stay here, roll your shoulders back. Inhale, reach your chest forward. Exhale, fold, make a ha sound. Inhale, rise all the way up, reach your arms to the sky. Exhale, bring your hands back to heart level. Sun salutation. This is a classical sun salutation variation. Inhale, reach up. Spread your fingers. Exhale, forward fold, ha sound. Step your right foot back. And we're gonna do something a little different. So come into a 90-90 lunge. What that means is you'll have your left leg so that you have a 90-degree angle with your knee. And then your right leg, you'll have a 90-degree angle at your knee. If you have your toe tucked or your toes pointed back, doesn't matter, whatever is most comfortable for you. From here, take your right arm. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, take your right elbow over to cross over your left thigh. If this is not accessible for some reason, you can bring your hand down to the floor. But otherwise, bring your elbow across your thigh, make a fist with your hand, with your right hand, and then rock, paper, scissors, do the paper over the rock with your left hand. So left hand paper, right hand rock. Stay here. Inhale, stretch your chest forward and up. Exhale, twist. Bring your left shoulder on top of your right. Take a deep breath in. And a slow breath out of your nose. Twisting runner's lunge. Keep your front foot and your arms in this position. Take your back foot, lift your knee, and stretch back through your right foot for a twisting runner's lunge. Scoot, 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 scoot your foot back. Stay in your twist. If you need to untwist, you can bring your right hand down and reach up to the sky with your left hand. Inhale, stretch your chest away from your back foot. Exhale, twist your left shoulder up to the sky. Release, bring your hands down to your mat or bring your hands down to blocks on either side of your front leg for half splits. Straighten your leg, flex your toes back. And stack your hips over your back knee. So look to see that your hips are over your back knee. If not, scoot, scoot, scoot until it is. Spread your toes. Spread them wide. So much that you might even be able to see the toe jam that was hiding there. Yeah. Inhale, reach your toes and chest towards each other. Exhale, keep your leg straight or slightly bent and reach your chin forward and down. So kind of like we did with the Janu Shirsasana, keep your chin reached out, stretched out. And then if you want to add a little more, stick your tailbone up behind you. I call it a toot. So toot your tailbone up behind you. Nuri, shift your hips back a little bit more. So the goal here is not to go into a full split. Yeah, right there. And then reach your chest forward, straighten your back by rolling your shoulders back. One more deep breath in, soften your mouth. Exhale, release that, come into the top of a push-up. I like to have my knees down. You have the option to lower your knees. Turn your elbows to point back towards your feet. Inhale, reach your chest forward. Option to skip chaturanga or bend your elbows back, lower down. Inhale, cobra. Press your arms up, roll your shoulders back. So cobra with your thighs on the floor, similar to upward facing dog, Nuri. So you had it right. Stretch your chest forward and up, roll your shoulders back. Ryan, roll your shoulders back. Like that. One more deep breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Stretch your toes out, bend your knees left and right, or come to stillness and just stretch your chest as close to your thighs as you possibly can. You have 3 breaths here. Ninety lunge. Bring your right foot forward. Lower your left knee. Take your left arm up, lift your chest. Exhale, cross your elbow over your thigh. Take your right arm over, rock, paper, scissors. So left hand is rock, right hand is paper. Inhale, stretch your chest forward. Exhale, roll your shoulder up. And here, because it's so common in our culture to carry tension in our neck, see if you can lower your left ear or lower your chin down. Take a deep breath in through your nose, big breath out of your nose. Do that again. Twisting runner's lunge. Using your core, activate your core. Lift your back knee, scoot, scoot, scoot it back. Yeah. Inhale, stretch your chest away from your back heel. Exhale, roll your top shoulder up. release, half splits. Flex your front toes back. Line your back knee over your hip. Inhale. Stretch your chin forward. And so, if y'all don't know what a toot is, this is a toot. So when I tell you toot, you go like this, okay? There it goes. All right. So right leg forward, spread your toes so wide you can see the toe jam. Check for the toe jam. Inhale, lengthen forward. Exhale, reach your chin forward and toot your tailbone back. So a little more, Fatima. Yeah. A little more, Nuri. Toot your tailbone back. Reach your belly button down and your hips, your tailbone back. Yes, you got it, Raya. Stay here for 2 more breaths. Soften your mouth. If you feel this in your body, you can breathe and allow any stuck energy to soften, to release, to dissipate. High plank. Bring your hands to the top of your mat. So in a down dog and in a chaturanga, your index or your middle finger point to the top of your mat. Spread your fingers really wide. Inhale, lengthen your chest forward. Exhale, option for chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Spread your shoulders back. Spread your fingers wide. Exhale, downward facing dog. Here's where you get to notice. Notice how your hips feel. Press your chest closer to your legs, Ryan. No. Keep your hands there, but press only your chest back. Yeah, like that. You got it. Inhale. Spread your fingers. Exhale. Bring your right knee forward for half pigeon. Come all the way down onto your hip. Half pigeon is one of my faves. And there's a couple popular ways to practice this pose. But today, we're going to use the variation that really targets our front hip, okay? So if your back leg, if your hip or your hip flexors feel tight, you can absolutely take your leg back out into a half straddle like we did before. So this is the variation for any tightness, is you'll do a similar variation that we did at the beginning. Otherwise, have your leg behind you, your right leg behind you, and your left leg, line it up so that it's parallel with the top of your mat. Spread your toes. Inhale, lengthen your chest forward. Exhale, fold forward. And you can bring your forearms down if that's accessible. You can come down to the mat or down to your blocks. Lower your forehead down and give yourself 5 of your most intentional sighs so that you imagine every sigh is releasing pressure. Every sigh lets you helps you to release. Release upright. Keep your left leg here and bring your right leg around to the front for double pigeon. Stack your right leg on top of your left. If this is not accessible today, or if your leg is way up here, handy dandy blocks can come and support you. So this is a great option if you're super tight. If it's just not happening and you can't absolutely put your shins in the same line, crisscross applesauce is going to be your jam, okay? From here, spread your toes. Bring your hands on your knees or to the mat in front of your knees. Inhale, stretch your chest forward. So just like we've been practicing, really elongate your sternum away from your tailbone. Then exhale, reach your chin out and tilt forward. Pause. Stay here. Notice where you're gripping. Soften your mouth, your shoulders. Take a deep breath in to reach your chest forward. Exhale, tilt down just a smidgen. Pause. Right here, find the tight spot, soften. Soften in your butt cheeks. Soften in your mouth. Press your hands down into your legs or the mat or the floor. Inhale, stretch forward. Exhale, walk your hands forward. We're going 2 more rounds. So really, really take us a very small steps at a time. Wherever your hands are, press them down. Inhale, reach your chest forward and your shoulders back. Exhale, hinge your chest and chin out just a little bit further. Stay here, soften in your mouth, soften in your butt, in your hips, in your calves. Last one. Inhale, reach your chest and your belly away from your tailbone. Toot your tailbone back. Toot. Yeah, like that, Raya. Then exhale, fold all the way down as far as it's comfortable. And we'll stay here for 5 sighs. These intentional sighs with your chin to chest. These intentional sighs to let go of any gripping, anything that doesn't serve you. Bring your chin to your chest. Raya, bring your chin to your chest. Yeah, you got it. Big sighs. For your last 2 breaths, make them big. Stick your tailbone back. Release. Gently walk your hands back towards your body. I know I feel something. Downward facing dog. Bring your hands down. Here's where I get to perhaps see if you can feel the difference. Bend your knees left and right. Notice your right hip, your left hip. Pigeon. Bring your right foot forward. Bring your shin up so it's parallel with the short edge of your mat. Spread your toes. Bring your hands down. Inhale, lengthen your chest forward. Exhale, fold forward. We'll stay here for 5 sighs. Use your sighs with intention. Notice the tight spots in your mouth, in your hip, even in your thoughts. Where are you seeming to be stuck? Sigh it out. Bring your torso upright. Double pigeon. Take your left leg and bring it to stack your shin on top of your right leg. This side may be different, so really be compassionate with yourself and notice any temptation to judge, because that's something that you might get to let go of today. So no judgment. Spread your toes wide. If you are doing crisscross applesauce, just switch the cross that you did on the previous side, all right? And oh, today my hip don't wanna go all the way down. Yeah, just don't put a block there. All right, bring your hands to the mat or to your knees, whatever is the most accessible. Inhale, stretch your chest forward and your shoulders back. Exhale, lengthen your chin forward like somebody is pulling you. I know for me, I like to pull my husband's beard. Like if you had a nice beard there, somebody pulling you from your beard. Stay here, take a deep breath in. Spread your toes. Exhale, draw forward through your chinny chin chin, and then toot your tailbone back behind you. Soften your mouth, take a deep breath in. Walk your hands forward. Exhale, draw forward, fold forward. Inhale, reach your chest forward. Press your hands into the floor so you can really feel for length in your torso. Reach it forward. Exhale, lean forward. Last one before we fold all the way down. Inhale, spread your toes, widen your collarbones. Exhale, fold all the way down. 5 big sighs. Let something go. Lower your chin. For extra feeling, you can toot your tailbone back behind you. Last breath, make them big. Release. Lay down on your back for half happy baby. Half happy baby. Take your right leg and straighten it on the floor. Take your left leg into happy baby. I really like this variation of the pose because I feel like I have more access to individual hip opening. So use your left arm, press into your foot so that your knee gets closer to the floor. And then straighten through your right leg so that your right knee gets closer to the floor. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, supine pigeon. Bring your both hands to your left foot and hug your left foot towards your right shoulder. If you're feeling really flexible, you might bring your right foot into your, well, I said your right foot. You might bring your left foot into your right elbow crease. So it comes all the way across. Otherwise, keep your hands on your foot. Take a deep breath in. Big sigh out. Twist. Unbind your arm and then take your left knee all the way across your body. Stretch your left arm away from your left knee. Make your in breaths and out breaths bigger. Last one, make it a big sigh. Release. Half happy baby. Bring your left leg down straight on the floor. Take your right hand into your right hand foot to connect, and then hug your right knee down to the floor using right arm. Straighten your left leg away from your body. Soften your mouth. See how wide you can spread your toes. See if you can press both butt cheeks into the mat. Supine pigeon. Take your right foot in both hands and draw it towards your chest. Option 1. Option 2, take your right foot into your left elbow crease and hug your shin towards your chest. Soften your mouth and press your left knee towards the floor. Straighten your left leg. Big breath in, big breath out. Twist. Unbind your leg. Take your right knee all the way across your body. Lower your knee down and stretch your right knee away from your right arm. Make your back really big so that you really feel like you have the opportunity to let go of any stiffness in your spine, any lingering stiffness in your hips or your low back, and even your shoulders. Two more, big sighs. Release. Bring your low back to the mat. Give yourself a hug. Shavasana. Take your legs out long on your mat. Bring your arms by your sides. I like to face my palms up when I'm tapping into being open to receive. I like to face my palms down when I'm tapping into groundedness, feeling supported, feeling safe. So choose one of those. And then take 3 sighs to really let yourself relax on the mat. Give yourself permission to just be here in stillness for the next couple minutes. Let go of controlling your breath. So that your breath comes in and out effortlessly. Scan your hips with all the self-connection that we did in the various poses. Notice if you can unclench in your butt cheeks a little more. Notice if you can unclench in your hip flexors at the front of your hip. Notice if you can let your legs, your thighs get heavier. And then scan any other parts of your body, especially any parts that may feel like they have stuck energy as well. Once you find that body part, see if you can soften the body tissues around that body part. And then finally, soften that area itself. Release that energy. Let it go. Deepen your breath. So now become aware of how your breath feels and maybe even lengthen it out. Wiggle your toes. Hello, toes. Wiggle your fingers. And then make your way to roll on one side and slowly all the way up to seated upright. Crisscross applesauce. Seal in the practice with me. Inhale, reach your arms out and up. Touch your palms at the top and then draw them all the way down like you're sealing in, like you're zipping in your Ziploc, that intention to let go of what doesn't serve you. Press your thumbs together at your heart center. The light in me honors, appreciates, and recognizes the light in each and every one of you. Namaste. Grab your journal. Write in your journal 3 things you noticed physically and 3 things you noticed non-physically. And non-physical things could be a thought that came up, or you had never even realized your right butt cheek was so tight. I do desire to allow you more time to do your journal prompt, and I do have a training that's starting in this moment. So if there's any quick thoughts you'd like to share before we hop off, you're definitely welcome to unmute.
Just want to say thank you so much. This was beautiful. And I just wanted to share that something I noticed is my body is capable of more than what I think. So thank you for this challenge this evening. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I love it. So glad you enjoyed. Glad you're here.
Same thing. Thank you. I needed that. The outer thighs and my hips were just really, really tight.
Mhm.
It was causing me to be tight. And so tonight I was able to release that tension in my hips and I just feel more calm now. So thank you for that.
Yay! I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Thank you all for coming. And it looks like you wanted to say something. You definitely have a moment if you'd like to share, Nuri, and then I will bid y'all adieu. Oh, your voice is gone. Oh, well, sending love to you. Look forward to hearing your beautiful voice again. Thank you all. Have a great rest of your day.
Bye. Thank
Y'all,
you.
same time, same place next week.
Where can I find the recordings?
I will be emailing that to you. Let me write myself a note so I will not forget. So yes.
Bye.
Bye.